Let's all go to the game shop. Let's all go to the game shop. Let's all go to the game shop and buy ourselves some swag. Good gloomy morning, my friends. It is I, the OGGM, coming to you live from Site B on the 20th day of March 2024. It is gloomy and cold and depressing and outside. My whole body hurts. I'm getting old. Please remove my brain and replace it with tuna. It's Wednesday, so it's time to walk down the block to our friendly local game store and see what's new on the shelves. That is, of course, if you are lucky enough to live in a town that has a friendly local game store. It's funny because this came up with a conversation with somebody I had yesterday, and they were like, but I see like 4 game stores. Don't they play? Don't you go to those stores and play? Because she was visiting, family was visiting for the week. And we were driving around looking for lunch yesterday, and she games and I game, and we see each other like once every couple of years, and we were talking about games, and she's like, and I'm like, yeah, I have, we've got like 6 stores. None of them support role-playing, dude. We have a better chance of playing D&D at my parents' house than we do finding a D&D game here. So yes, if you're lucky enough to live in a town that has at least one friendly local game store that supports role-playing, or you could live here in Ventura where we have 6, none of which do. But before you head on down to Game Store and call ahead to see if they have the product in stock. Always call ahead to see if they have the product in stock and if they can put it on hold for you. And if they don't have it in stock, if they can order it for you, even if it's something that's been out for a while, like a Star Wars Player's Handbook or a copy of Strixhaven or a Magic the Gathering cards, call ahead. Always call ahead. It's just polite, and they can hold it for you, right? Okay, but first off, this has gotten way bigger than I ever thought it would be. But, Free League does have their fingers on the pulse of constantly pounding the existence of their product into your brain. Unfortunately, once they toss stuff out there, they don't reprint it. So like, Mutant Year Zero, I'll never be able to get a copy of Mutant Year Zero or replace my copy that got lost. I'll never be able to replace my copy of Aliens that got lost because they don't reprint stuff. Now, I never expected Dragonbane to be as big as it is. But it's a lot of people love Dragonbane, and they've just released the Beastery for Dragonbane. It's $41.80, which for Free League is reasonably priced considering the size and the quality, and it's getting really good reviews so far. People really are enjoying this Beastery. You know me, when in doubt, make a monster manual. From Mongoose, we've got Aliens of Chartered Space Volume 4 and Reach Adventures Volume 8. These are Aliens Charted Space is $60. Reach Adventures is $20. These are supplement adventures for Traveler. So yes, Alien Charted Space Volume 4 for $60 is more spacey stuff. Aliens. And Reach Adventure for $20 is where you go and deal with some raiders who are attacking a planet and making it so the planet can't get their trade out to other planets. And, they launch a thing and then they attack. And then they're like, oh, no, we weren't able to pay our taxes because the raiders attacked our ship. And now the Empire is angry at us. What are we going to do? Wow, that sounds a lot like the plot for us. Never mind. From OSE, or really just any D20 fantasy type game, we have these scenario anthologies. Anthology number 1, anthology number 2, $20 each, containing a whole bunch of adventures that have been written over the past year or so for OSE, OSR, OGL, whatever you want to call it. Basically, any D20 level-based fantasy system you could use these for. Armor class hit points, yeah. So these are really good stuff. They're usually really good quality, and $20 is reasonable. I don't know if you can see it, because for some reason these people chose to use a really, really teeny picture, but we have Savage Systems 16-bit Rad RPG Space Bulk from Super Savage Systems. This is for Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland. It is $30. It is built on D&D Basics, so despite its name, it is not a Savage Worlds, where you go into a post-apocalyptic Earth where magic and technology is mixed, and you do stuff. So, yeah, Gamma World, Shadowrun, Thundar the Barbarian. From Catalyst, we have for Shadowrun for $50, very bad picture, Falling Point. This is a collection of NPCs for the current Shadowrun storyline, Shadowrun printing. So we've got a whole bunch of NPCs that your characters can interact with, work for, work against, do stuff for. And what's going on with this picture? It's just bad. This might be my favorite name for an adventure, Nephews in Peril. This is from the Gauntlet. This is for Brindlewood Bay. We have Brindlewood Bay and Nephews in Peril, a collection for Brindlewood Bay. If you're not familiar with Brindlewood Bay, they're doing a playthrough of it on the Yogcast Yacht role-playing game. Brindlewood Bay is a cozy murder mystery Lovecraftian horror game. It's based around the whole premise of, Miss Marple / meddling old ladies, meddling people who just solve mysteries. But, they're not like awesome detectives like Poirot. They're just meddling gossips like Marple, and they just sort of stumble across this solving the mystery. So if you're a fan of Miss Marple and the idea of the old lady, older gentlemen, people bumbling their way through mysteries, pick this up. Plus, Nephews in Peril, a series of adventures for your old lady detectives to solve that involve apparently their nephews getting into peril. And that's just an awesome name. And finally, from Pelican Press, we have Gumshoe, a book bundle for $70. This is a starter kit. Gumshoe is a name we have heard time and time again. It's a very good system that's been often hacked to do other games, like their superhero games and horror games. The original, of course, being a detective game. But the system is one of those systems you can really hack really easily. So you often hear the word Gumshoe related to a different product. But yeah. So this is a good one, I guess. $70 is a little pricey, but it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. We do like starter sets because it's a great way to get into the hobby or into a game you're not sure of. $70 is a little pricey, though. And while it's not on the shelves, we do have one more I've got to shout out. And that's, of course, because I fucking wrote it. So if you didn't know, the Wretched Beastery is out. It's on the market. It got released today, PDF. Check it out. This thing is huge. I will, of course, post a link down below because I wrote it. 300 some odd pages of OGL monsters made by yours truly. I didn't do the art. Some other person did the art. While this is technically for Wretched, you actually can use it with any OGL system. This was like a year of work and research. And this is probably the biggest thing I'm ever going to make. So yeah, this one was huge. So I would greatly appreciate it if you use the link down below and pick it up. It's only $12 for the PDF, and it's monsters, 300 and some odd monsters for your OGL nonsense. It supports me. It supports my cat. It supports the Red Room. It supports their cats. It's awesome. It's monsters, because when in doubt, make a monster book. And look at this awesome art. Though I noticed a certain pink-haired individual is missing, but I'll forgive them for that because, whatever. And that's it. If any of those sound like something you want to pick up, let me know. If you do pick it up, what you think about it. Of course, buy my merch for only $12. Have a great day. Stay warm, because despite the fact it's March, it's cold outside. And I'm going to go because, I'm feeling kind of blah today. I'm sure I've got another thing I have to talk about.